Guys, welcome back to my walkthrough. I know at the end of the last video we killed Lautrec, Sorry, still waking up here a little bit. We killed Lautrec and he didn't yield what I had thought he would, so I said that I would reset the game here and make sure that the item in question did in fact appear, and well, here it is. So we are not going to unequip this, as you will find out here in just a moment. So this is the Ring of Favor and Protection, a ring symbolizing the favor and protection of the goddess Fina, known in legend to possess faithful beauty. This ring boosts its wearer's HP, stamina, max equipment load, but breaks if ever moved. So please, 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 whatever you do, do not equip this ring if you're not sure about keeping it on for the rest of the game, because you will be very, very sad if you take this shit off. I'm not sure if you really notice. I guess I should have probably waited until I had put it until I got back on, but my health bar and stamina bar have both gone up a pretty good deal because of this ring. Alright, so the Crestfallen we talked to last time, he is a little bit miffed that we're proving him to be a little pansy, and that's kind of his whole arc in this story, is that the Crestfallen decided that this quest was too hard, nobody could do it, and so he gave up. So he just belittles literally everybody that comes through here to make himself feel better, and this will eventually lead to his own downfall. So, see you later, you negative Nancy. Let's go to the second part of this quest. So, we're going to take the shortcut up here. As I had mentioned, there is a way to get back to the asylum. We're not going to do that right now. There's ultimately no point. You're a dick, still. I hate you. And for those of you who are curious as to why I really don't like that guy, you can either play and find out through your own means, or I had mentioned in my first video Vati's channel, and there is a video dedicated to another NPC whose story is linked to his. And while it's not clear as to what this guy's actions were, I would like to, I am of the opinion, based off of the dialogue options that you have with him, that he is just a terrible human being, and he did very much screw over a lot of people. I'm just gonna ignore these guys. Here, and what we are going to do is, so the first thing on the docket for the day is killing Havel. And when you get into the lore, you're gonna realize that there is some speculation as to if this is actually Havel, or if this is just one of Havel's soldiers, because his knights all wore his armor, his style of armor as well. But Havel drops quite possibly the most useful ring in this game, other than the Ring of Favor and Protection. Havel's ring,
well, hello again.
which greatly increases your equip load.
Need anything forged?
And with this light of equipment, you're probably going to be able to, you're probably going to be able to have like super light rolls. Alright. There is a very mean guy down here. I wouldn't recommend taking him on until later. He does drop something really good, but ultimately, as a lower level guy, you're just not going to have fun fighting this dude. So we're just gonna skip him altogether. He's very easy to maneuver around. Alright, so this is the Darkroot Forest. It's got all sorts of bad things in here. These tree creatures are fucking awful. Do not let them grab you. They do all sorts of unpleasant things. They honestly aren't that bad to fight. It's just if they get the drop in on you, it's just an unpleasant experience. I think I can. All right, come here. Well, he doesn't seem to give a shit about my holy Astora straight sword. And that's the other thing, is it doesn't matter what your weapon is, there are going to be some people, especially if it's enchanted with a certain element, that are going to be super immune to your attacks. So don't take that as much of a hit. There is going to be a point where you're going to want to find a better weapon than the Astora straight sword. And believe me, there are. This is not the best weapon in the game by a long shot. It's just a very good game that will carry you through the first few areas, as you saw in my video. Which granted, now that I have 2 more Twinkling Titanites, I can probably level that sumbitch up and do well. So in this video, we're also going to be killing our first Black Knight of Gwyn. And the lore behind these guys is freaking awesome. These were Gwyn's most trusted knights that he sent down to the demon realm that the Witch of Izalith had created to take care of a demon infestation, essentially. And while they fought well, they were eventually overpowered and turned back, and the heat from the flames in Izalith twisted and warped their armor into this black shade and everything. And it's awesome, and it's very easy to get this set of the game. It's just you can only get it at the very end. This guy is the easiest one of these dudes. To kill. He'll be coming back here in just a second. I'm gonna let him come to me. I'm not wasting my time with his nonsense. And this is why fighting Black Knights can be not fun. They hit really hard. But there's that. We got a Blue Titanite chunk off of him. They drop some pretty great equipment. So it's always fun to kill them, and they don't, with the exception of one area of the game, they do not come back and respawn. Ever. Because the majority of them had left the Kingdom of Wind. So you probably just saw that I picked up an item called the Grass Crest Shield. This is an outstanding beginner's shield. I am going to stick with this Dragon Crest Shield for the time being. Because it's just easier to do that way. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys a full warning. I'm about to go up against Havel, and Havel isn't particularly difficult, but he is an enemy that will one-shot you if you get hit by him. So it's just a matter of being incredibly patient and just really going for critical attacks. Don't even bother with anything else. Really quick, I'm gonna see. Do I have any repair powder? I don't. That's okay. My Astora straight sword should still be in very good shape. but you're essentially just gonna want to keep getting backstabs on the dude, because he is just all manner of unpleasantness if you get hit by him. And that's honestly my biggest recommendation. Alright, coming up the door. Use master key. There he is, being all sorts of mean. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah. As I said, I was probably gonna die in this thing at least once. I ended up being stupid and hit my Estus thing, sort of the roll button. As I said, I have just come off from another game, so getting reacclimated with the Dark Souls mechanics can take a minute. In case anyone was curious, I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins, which is a very fun game, and it actually uses a combat system very similar to Dark Souls. But in that game, X is the strafe and evade button, and so it's completely thrown off. I might go in and change the controls for that so that it just straight up matches Dark Souls. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyways. Round 2 of our Havel fight. Well, that was a nice little opportunity of you glitching. As you see, you do not do a lot of damage to this guy. And that really doesn't change until you get to New Game Plus. You really just kind of want to keep strafing around him and keep locking onto him. And you can just keep doing this. It's not super difficult, but as I said, and as you've seen, he hits really hard. So, like, this is something that takes just a lot of patience and a lot of, oh no, a lot of careful stuff. Like, and sometimes you just kind of get dicked because this is an older game and the controls aren't as smooth as they are in recent games. So I had tried to roll around him, and I rolled right into his face, and he just slammed his giant dragon's tooth on the top of my head, and my skull cracked. So that was fun. Round 3 going against Havel. This one should be the charm. This is probably the most I've died in a video. As I said, Havel is not difficult. It's just, if he gets that one hit on you, it's pretty much game over for the most part. Here. I'm gonna be pretty quiet during this because I really want to beat this dude. I don't want to embarrass myself and die a 4th time. Luckily, his backstab window in this game is apparently ginormous. That has not been the case in later games. He doesn't appear in 2, but he does appear in 3. And in 3, he is all manner of terrible. Like, he's easily, to me, probably like the most difficult non-boss NPC fight in the game. He just has so much damn health, and his armor is resistant to practically everything. For worth my time, I try to kick this dude's shield out from under him, but I know it's not, so I'm not going to bother. You are going to S this up because you're being very passive. Ooh, that could have been bad. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, man. The hitbox on that weapon is stupid. As you see, it's just persistence. Well, if there's any good indication of why dying in Dark Souls is not that big of a deal, it's this. You're probably gonna see a lot of videos, everything where guys will come in and kill Havel on their first try and everything. But I'm actually kind of enjoying that I am dying as much as I am in this video, because it really does capture how Dark Souls is supposed to feel. You shouldn't be walking into an area and not getting messed up. And yeah, you know, in a lot of games, you walk into the area and you're the king of the jungle, and you rarely ever die, and it makes you feel really empowered. But it gets boring after a while. If nothing challenges you, why play the game at all? That was not very. But as I was saying, if things don't challenge you, then there's really no point in playing the game in the first place. So the fact that I am dying as much as I am, just is a testament of the challenge of this game. I've logged in, as I said, over 200 hours and beaten this game several times. And if you guys want, later I will take a more high-level character out for a spin. Just put it on the comment section, and I'll go and I'll have some fun with the character. But you know, this is honestly what makes this game as good as it is the fact that even if you beat it 100 times, when you are a low level and you're going in to take, and you're getting to the point of, you know, surviving in this game, you really are put to the test. step into my web. I don't know why you're doing that, but I will certainly take advantage of it. Man, at this point I'm probably at like 30 minutes just fighting Havel, huh? That was silly. Control didn't respond. And there we go. Havel's ring. We're gonna equip that. Oh no. Alright. So this ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. Woo. That's a shame. I lost all those souls. I lost about 4,000. Oh. Now, 4,000 isn't all that much, but at this early on in the game, I think that's like 1 or 2 levels. That's a little disappointing. Man, but I didn't use any Estus classes that round, so that's at least goes to show freaking he's not impossible, and really the way you want to do that fight is just keep moving and not get hit by him, because he hits really fucking hard. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna kill the Moonlight Butterfly today, because that's a super easy boss fight, and we're also going to get the Elite Knight set, so we can look like our buddy Oscar, the Knight of Astora, my favorite set in the Dark Souls franchise. That might not be entirely true, actually. There are a few really cool looking armor sets, but I will say that the Elite Knight set is really just a solid armor set you can use throughout the entire game. Yeah, so that attack that he was about to do right there is all sorts of unpleasantness. pop this Twin Humanity. The Twin Humanities are really useful for one thing and one thing alone. Kindling bonfires. You get 2 humanities, and you do exactly what you think you should do with them. You unhollow yourself, and then you kindle that bad puppy. Kindle that bitch. That's what I like to see, that 10 Estes. Alright, so this boss is more or less a freaking joke. If I really, really wanted to just absolutely destroy this boss fight, there is a very easy way to do it. First, let's go get this Elite Knight armor set. That's hiding back over here. Not even like super worried, because I know that the Phantom I just summoned is going to do like 80% of the work on this. Oh, whoa. So I'm going into this with 8 Estes. I'm fine with that. Alright, so this is the very, very, very easy way to do this boss fight. Beatrice. Come here, Phantom Witch Beatrice. You are going to destroy this boss for me. So, in this game, there are 2 NPC summons that really just turn a boss fight into a joke. And this is the first one of them, Witch Beatrice from the Moonlight Butterfly, and you are about to see why. This enemy is already a pansy. And where are you coming from? There you are. That was just a very big sport of bad luck. What we're gonna do now is I'm just going to, like, as you saw, Witch Beatrice has pretty much already killed that fucking thing. I love this set. I love Oscar, Knight of Astora. I hope you guys have watched that lore video I was telling you all about. Because it really is good stuff. Vachi does an outstanding job with collecting all this. It might help if I reverse my hollowing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go do that. Normally I would wait for it to get up here, but this should actually just speed the process up. Man, seriously? Alright, well I might end up having to do this on my own, which is fine. As I said, this boss is... Are you fucking kidding me? All you have to do is run! Oh. difficult. It's just all about dodging and waiting for the little bastard to decide to land this week. Moonlight butterfly. That attack really hurts. He does love to spam it a good deal, but what can you do, I guess? Yes, you are. Alright, so I really only need like one hit left on this guy. I'm probably going to shoot him unless something like immensely gay happens here in the next 5 minutes. Got me to use all 10 of my estimates. That's fair. As you can tell, the majority of this is literally just rolling around like an asshole. Just fucking sit down so I can kill you already. Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Hooray! God, I can finally stop wasting my time. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was really hoping to, you know, just get that boss fight over with and do more important things in this video. But evidently, that is not what fate planned for me today. So, we're going to do, there is an important thing up here. There's a pole you can give to our nice little blacksmith. So just so you know, if you don't get the master key, which is very dumb of you if you are playing this for your first time, that watchtower basement key is the key that you use to get in to Havel. It's by Havel. So, yeah, we're not even gonna bother walking all the way back there. What we are going to do, use our handy dandy homeward bone. Ah, we're not doing nearly as bad as time as I thought. I still got 20 more minutes until I hit my my hour mark, so we can get some serious work done. Let's first pop some of this soulage here real quick. Now these greater souls, you can either use them for more souls, like I am using, or you can save them to make boss weapons. And the boss weapons are pretty great. Read up on which ones that you like, which ones do you think would suit your gameplay. Me personally, the only reason why I get boss weapons at this point is just to try and see how many of them I can collect. And I have an entire character who that's his entire purpose. He's my collector. I've beaten the game with him I think 4 or 5 times. But I have a good chunk of stuff from the game. I don't know how close I am to having everything. I doubt that I'm particularly close. But yeah, like we are going to get more endurance, some more dex, some more faith. Hooray! We'll start pouring some points into attunement slots later. Step into my web. I don't know why he was able to hit me with that. Well, there's another one of you that popped up out of the ground. I don't care. So, that big Titanite demon that's in there, we are not going to kill him today. I promise you that I will. We will probably do that when we go to do our Sen's Fortress part of the walkthrough. Just to give us some more stuff. At the moment, we're really just going to run the fuck away from this guy. There is no point in me spending a solid 20 minutes fighting that asshole.
Come on, I could produce divine weapons with... Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy, but if you could deny them so... I could...
I made a mistake. There we go.
Thanks for that. You've made a fight.
Okay, now you can... once you get a weapon up to level 5, I think it is, you can, modify it to be infused with something. This weapon is a bit different. As I said, there are better weapons in the game than this, but, this weapon you can only level up to level 5 with like Titanite.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see.
Really quickly, we're gonna go have a little conversation with a buddy of ours down over here. This is, right here, is Sen's Fortress. This place is the bane of my existence, personally. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, this is really easy. And to those people I say, you're an ass. This is our good friend, Seaward of Katarina.
Forgive me. I was
Or
absorbed.
Siegmeyer.
I am Siegmeyer
Siegmeyer.
of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge. No matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So, here I sit, in quite a pickle.
So I have never actually completed this
Still closed.
quest because it is super long and you have to go and find them at a whole bunch of places, him and his daughter. And it's a really good quest. I've seen it. Monty has his Prepare to Cry video on Siegmeyer and Sieglund of Katarina. And I would recommend watching it if you're not going to dedicate yourself to the quest especially. Just to get, just to see how great of a story he has. It's very good. I have completed literally every other NPC quest in this game. With most of their endings. But, I have not completed Siegmeyer. Very quiet, we might be able to sneak up on him. But that might not be the case because this... Oh yeah! Yes, step into my web. Oh, you still really hurt. I was fairly certain that I opened this gate. Oh well. No big loss there. I'm not gonna bother with these guys. Kind of jokes. Well, I hope that you guys have been seeing that this game isn't actually all that hard. If you recall, there's another Black Knight up here. At this point in the game, you can probably take him on, but we're not really gonna try and risk that at this point. So what we are instead going to do is we're gonna make our way, back down here. And let the dragon kill all the normal people. Thank you. Okay. So, this is what I'm gonna do. I hate going into the proper way to Blighttown. I think that it is dumb to do it. But that being said, there is an early boss fight here that I have heard so many complaints about. So we're gonna finish this video by killing the Capr Demon. Alright, so the thing with the Capr Demon is, he's really not actually all that difficult. He's kind of a little bitch. And there's a very easy way of beating him in this boss fight, and it's just a matter of not freaking out. Honestly. I do not know how I did not aggro those dudes back up there, but I do not care. I am not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Alright, so welcome to literally the most annoying enemy characters that you will fight in this franchise. Dogs. Dogs are literally the worst. And this is coming from a guy who loves dogs. I grew up with dogs.
Somebody, help me. Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
So there's a guy that's caught in there. You may recall in an earlier video that, frickin' our crestfallen buddy was just like, oh, people, this guy's dumb. If Big Hat Logan can't do it, what chance does he have? Well, that's that Sorcerer's Apprentice. He's locked in there. How you get locked into a room, like that, I don't know. What's this? Well, evidently an important game design. There we go. I was about to say, these guys should have already aggroed by this point. Welcome to the ninjas. You see, these guys aren't super difficult to fight, one-on-one. When there are many of them, they are not fun. They carry that bandit's knife, and it does some pretty hefty, backstab damage. And it's just not fun to deal with. Nail Breaker, I believe, is a parrying knife. Which means that it has bonuses for parrying, and then it also has some really good backstab abilities. Because, you know, why not? What we're gonna do is, because there's more than just these dudes down there, they have like a dog that goes around with them. It's just not fun. That's the thing. These dudes are one-hit kills. Like they aren't super bad. They love to move around, and they are very nimble usually. And that's honestly what makes this fight in here so shitty. But before we do that, we're going to unlock a shortcut back to an earlier part of the game. That wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It's probably because I have this armor on, in all honesty. This armor's the shit. Like, you really can't go wrong with this bad boy. Alright, so, I haven't introduced you to the first, merchant in the game, but you are going to now meet the second one. And that's this lovely lady right here. Do not attack her. She's a very useful merchant. All of this stuff is very useful. And yeah, just don't piss her off. She's a nice lady. Yeah, now we have a shortcut there. I should be able to beat the Capr Demon with 7 SP left. That should be more than enough to take this guy down a peg. And let's see how we're doing on time. Excellent, we've still got 4 minutes left. This video will be longer. I apologize, I know that I said in my first video, oh, this is probably the longest video I have. And you know, I guess I've just never been a good judgment on how much time goes by when you're playing this. So I apologize, because that's very much no longer the case. I think that is probably the shortest video I'm going to have, and there's going to be videos down the line that'll be much longer solely because there are a few boss fights in here that have absolutely bullshit difficulties. First thing you need to do is hold your guard up and roll around these dudes and go up. Second thing to do is run to this corner. Ow, that was rude. Alright, so now that we've killed his pups, what we are going to do is we're going to head up here. Because literally the only reason why we got messed up in the first place was because those dogs are there. We're going to drink an Estus, be safe. Double hand again. Come down with that drop attack. Boom. Beat him to death. Alright. We just killed the Capr Demon, made short work of him, and I still got a 5 Estus blast. That's fantastic. That's how you know you've done it right. So, what you would normally do from here is you go down to the depths, which is down this way, where I was headed before, and you'd use the depths to get there, to get to Blight Town. We are not going to do that, because Blight Town is a shit sty, and I spend as little time in Blight Town as I can possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this right here. We're going to unlock this door so that we come back to it. And then we're going to go on our merry way. And I will show you where this shortcut leads to. If you've been paying attention, you might even have recognized where this was. Since we are here, what we are going to do is we're going to explore this area. Got a little bit of time left to kill on this video. I killed the Capr Demon much quicker than I was expecting. And at this point, these guys are all one-hit jobbers. I don't even have to bother blocking them at this point. It's pretty obscene. Time to explore the undead bird. That up. Shield. Now, the one complaint I have about Dark Souls is this, and that is that you pick up so much fucking equipment, and you'd think that in an RPG you'd be able to sell that equipment, but that is the farthest thing from the truth. You pick up this equipment, and you have nothing to do with it. Like, if you aren't a Magecraft character, you pick up so much crap that it's like, I will never use this. Ever. Why do I have it? And that gets pretty annoying.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for... Yeah, my ware. Of course they're stolen. What? And when you lose your... I'll sell it all again. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Just to placate this idiot, we're gonna get some repair powder. Alright, and so this is how you write notes to people. And we're gonna get all of this stuff. Because it's actually some pretty good stuff. Now, this is the chain set. This is essentially what the Crestfallen Knight is wearing. He has a modified version of it that looks like 1,000,000 times better, though, and I'm, like, super jealous. Because you can't get it in any game. But, yeah,
Thank you
so
kindly.
that's been dealing with this guy. So that first merchant is. When you come down here and fight a whole Goomba troop. Climb up the ladder we shall. Throwing knives. Jump into this building. Get the crossbow here. Dear me, you did like a megapixel melt. Excellent, those guys are all dead. Rubbish is useful for literally one thing, and that is giving it to Snuggly the Crow. He's hanging out down there. Hold on one second. Dead. Alright, I think that does it exploring the Undead Burg, really. I'm sorry that it took me so long to do that for you guys, but I figured that it would be a bit more important to help you get through the shitstorm of this area, rather than focusing on picking up little things. Little things are great, what really makes this game series worthwhile, but at the end of the day, as a new player, you just kind of want to beat the game. You can go back and really appreciate things later. So later on in the game, there is a mechanic called warping that allows you to warp to different bonfires, and it's really great. But otherwise, there's no fast travel in this game until then. So be very careful of where you set down. We're not going to reset the world, but we are going to talk.
That virtuous little maid, complete with followers in tow. They're probably going straight to pillage graves. I've heard enough about the lady for a lifetime. What absolute rubbish, eh?
No, that's fair.
Have you been to the ruins of New Londo below? Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first. How did that raggedy old chum end up? You know, the one who idolized some godmother of pyromancy. He left for Blighttown, but never came back. Whereas most flee from sickness, he dives right in. Well, nothing will harm him once he goes hollow. I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Alright, so he just talked about a few NPCs. The maiden and everybody, they're right back over here. Those are her two best friends. The maiden's pretty right there. And you're still a piece of shit. Alright, so you can go talk to them if you wish. Her friends are kind of snooty and dickish, and I don't like them particularly much either, because they kind of look at you like, how dare you be in such shambles? And I'm just like, are you kidding? I'm wearing something, what I'm wearing looks nicer than what you are. But I mean, hey, to each his own. I do actually like the cleric set a lot. But there's a character in this game who hates clerics, so I stick away from it until after I defend it. Because he's awesome. He's actually the worst, but like, he's a great character. Love him to death. Really quickly, since we've already cleared this area and we haven't reset it, we're gonna go free our little sorcerer buddy. So as you saw, I bought this thing called a resident key from the that first merchant there, and I told you that the guy that the Crestfallen was talking about initially, that was following Big Hat Logan, gets trapped in this little house back here, and we're gonna go free him from said house.
Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I I am much obliged for your assistance.
All right.
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I have my sorcery. And I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand. Oh, hello.
Alright, cool. So, he's good now. We'll see him at Firelink when we see him. Matchstick Goomba Troop. All bad. These guys are easy to kill, but dear God, they make up for it in damage when they have numbers of them. Woo! Got that Twin Humanities, for if we need to kindle a bonfire here in the near future, which we will. Because as I have said previously, Lifetown sucks. And we make no mistake, in the next video, that is where we are going. We are heading to good old Blighttown. So we're going to go back to Firelink, rest, and I'm going to end this video. Sorry. You walk down this path as many times as I have. Kind of just... Oh, you're still alive. This is payback for earlier. Fucking terrible creature. Wait, I didn't reset anything. I'm not going crazy, am I? Because I was fairly certain I killed all these dudes. I mean, I'm okay with the glitch, man. Like, just need some more souls. But I'm sure as shit hadn't reset the area. Oh, it must be because he got back here.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Did you see them? The 3 young clerics headed for the catacombs to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires. The poor young girl sent down into a tomb. What a terrible mission she is burdened with. Oh, hello. Terrific to see us, and pray that you never go hollow. Oh, hello. And pray that...
Alright, so that's that. We'll go talk to these jerks just because. Might as well at this point.
Hmm? Hmm? Hmm?
Hmm? You look awfully raggedy. Times are grim. The least you can do is look sharp. Don't you dare meet my lady like that. You might scare her off for good.
Yep, and you're nothing but a bunch of
you
noble
again.
assholes.
Don't suppose we can help, though. We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. Oh, you don't suppose we are it is. I can't.
You are undead. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission, and you no doubt. We must not let this curse overcome us. Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not. Did I not
Man, we get it. You're awful.
Hello there. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us?
How did that nutty sorcerer make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
Yep, time to prove more of that crestfallen wrong. Alright guys, we're resting at the bonfire. Next video we'll be heading into Blighttown. So be prepared for some very shitty animation. And some very big dips in frame rate. It's going to be really ugly. I apologize ahead of time. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. See you next time on the Beginner's Walk Through the Dark.